We sincerely appreciate and respect you as a viewer of our channel. It would help us a lot if you follow us to receive the latest news updates. Thanks for following us. We really appreciate your help. Hello Milwaukee Bucks fans, welcome to the channel of our favorite team. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel, click on the like button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any news. In an exclusive interview with Fadeaway Word, Milwaukee Bucks president Peter Feigin dealt with various issues such as the team's franchise, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and how he managed to generate a list of various champions in 2021. As a Bucks technician since 2014, he came to the team as a marketing guru who presented several positive results to the team by taking them from the basement they lived before their arrival, generating Bucks a valuable franchise throughout the basketball scene. In this interview, he wanted to show all NBA fans what the vision of a team president is like. Before continuing the news, my dear friends, check your subscription, turn on notifications and don't forget to give a super like. This helps us spread the news to more fans of our favorite team. A fan of basketball, he came from humble beginnings and today supervises the day-to-day, respected by the community in Milwaukee and by the members of today and the past of the team, has been responsible for leading them to success. We will see now every interview in full. Stay until the end and comment what you think of all of it. Thank you. Nick Mack, were you always a fan of the game of basketball? Peter Feigin, yes, absolutely. I have always either played or been a huge fan of the game. Nick Mack, did you know going into college or coming out of college that you wanted to work in the NBA? Peter Feigin, no. I always thought I would be one of those people who combined passion and professionalism, but I didn't even think about it coming out of college. Nick Mack, you have done a lot within the sales and marketing realm. How did the job with the Bucks come about? Peter Feigin, that's actually a funny story. I have an identical twin brother who is the head of private schools in New York City. He was having a conversation with Mark Lazary, who was interested in buying a team. My brother told him that I was working at Madison Square Garden and really understood brand marketing and that I could give a great vantage point for the sale. I was connected with Mark as he was preparing to take a trip to look into buying the Sixers. I became part of his team as I was moonlighting, which was a fantasy. It was unreal to walk into a data room and see the behind-the-scene business of a team and evaluate it. Mark ended up looking at a dozen teams from different sports, and one Thursday night he called me and asked how soon I could get to Milwaukee. That's how it started. Nick Mack, so, when you got to the Bucks in 2014, what was the biggest goal you set for yourself and the organization? Peter Feigin, number one was setting an infrastructure and a baseline. The Bucks at the time were last in almost everything. Last in sales, last in merchandise, and last in social media presence. The first goal was to set a championship infrastructure that involves a lot of people and even more organization. It was essentially like running a startup. We had an opportunity to run a team that had been around for over 50 years like a startup, which was a unique and exciting opportunity. Nick Mack, 9 years later, what has been your biggest accomplishment aside from the 2021 title? Peter Feigin, well, I think it was to take Milwaukee from this small market team to an international brand, which Giannis has helped us do, as well as the Deer District and our media/social media audience as well. Fandom has been brought back to the city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and the region of the Midwest. Most importantly, it has been on a global scale, and Giannis' superstardom and ties to different regions have been a big boost in that area. We literally call it the Giannis effect. Nick Mack, Michael Redd cited you as one of the main reasons the 2021 NBA title was able to happen. How does it feel to know that even former players hold you in such high regard? Peter Feigin, well, I switched that back to Michael Redd. I mean, here is one of the most underappreciated people and players that ever existed. He was an Olympian, an incredible Buck, and we have become great friends. He has helped me to realize even more how important our alumni are. He has helped us tremendously with our players and staff, helping us realize how special of a team and organization we are. Nick Mack, as for the 2021 championships team, what did you and the organization see in players like Drew Holiday, Bobby Portis, and Chris Middleton that you knew would be successful? Peter Feigin, I think it is putting together the puzzle. John Horst has been tremendous at understanding what it takes to be successful on the court as someone who handles the day-to-day business on that side of things. Those guys, along with Chris, Brooke, and many others, were instrumental in our success, and John did his homework on what they not only brought on the court but what they brought to the organization as a whole. Nick Mack, switching gears a bit, I remember many disgruntled fans calling for Coach Budenholzer's job after the 2020 loss in the bubble. What has it been like to see him emerge as a leader for that team? Peter Feigin, Coach has been extremely consistent in his ways. One of the things I learned from him is really this culture of constant improvement. He is pleased but never satisfied. How can we sustain success and it ripples through the entire organization from top to bottom? It has helped the Bucks get to this point that if you want to be part of our culture, then you have to be prepared to always be raising the bar. That's been Coach Bud's effect that people don't get the chance to really see outside of the organization. Nick Mack, we have a fan question for you from one of our readers. If you could make an all-time lineup using any players from any point in NBA history, what would it be? Peter Feigin, Giannis, Drew, Chris, Brooke, and Bobby. Nick Mack, great answer. Now speaking of Giannis, would you say he is the greatest player you have ever watched with your own two eyes? Peter Feigin, I think one of the more incredible things is that he is such an incredibly physical freak. On both ends of the court, the things he does never cease to amaze me. I used to watch guys like Iverson who I was enamored with because of the things he could do at his size. Michael Jordan, of course, as well. I have seen over 600 games now of Giannis's career. Every time I watch him, my jaw drops. His talents and greatness will always impress me, and it is something new that he does every day that gives me that sense. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any news. So, what do you think of the news? Put your opinion in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next news.